Hello, and welcome once again. Nice to be with you yet again. Today, I want to talk about the leftward turn that the Democrat Party and much of America has taken, and its embrace of wokeness and cancel culture and social justice and all those high-sounding things. And I want to talk about where the proper place for civil laws are in their policing and advancement of society. And then I'm going to end with a little discussion of justice and what true justice is. Well, the proper places for civil law. The worst thing that can happen to law is its overextension into fields which it cannot be competent. To insulate ourselves from the evils of progressive social utopian engineering projects and its extension into fields in which it is not competent. We need to strengthen ourselves against this incursion into our lives. We must oust from our society and our law books the insidious and ruinous demands of social justice, identity politics, wokeness, and the wokies that follow it, and cancel culture, which with its enforced censorship and intolerance. These misapplied idealisms of liberalism do not accord with our wisdom traditions or the universal truths given us by God. The social justice movement, and like protestations from Black Lives Matter and Antifa to even QAnon, these movements breed division, not unity. They breed disunity. They breed grievance, envy, and require vengeance. Vengeance leads to ruin. We must not allow it to take root in our social policies here in our great country, America. By bringing law into the field of religion, the liberal idealist seeks to denigrate and then usurp the place of religion in America. They would replace both God and religion with an all-powerful statist bureaucracy that promotes a progressive diversity and equality and equity agenda and demands equity and equality in everything. Their ruinous ideas come from the Marxist social theory that injects pity and sympathy into every human circumstance. It is ruinous because it ignores the existence of sin and evil. It leaves individual moral responsibility and accountability out of accounts. This liberal ideal ignores the fact that the main responsibility of those living here on earth as a human is the development of good character, a conscious awareness of their higher-minded conscience, and the refinement of their eternal soul through moral improvement. The main purpose of human life cannot be accomplished without virtue, religion, and belief in spiritual truth. And finally today, I'm going to talk about justice. True justice. True justice is an act of right distribution. Each is given their due, the due that accords with their actions. When we examine the impulse to justice in ourselves, the impulse to fairness, we find that it is the inner inclinations of our higher mind to do right and be fair in our dealings with others. When we yield to these dictates to do right, our conscience becomes our guide. We free ourselves to confidently live our truth. We live more in the moment, more in the here and now. And in the moment, just being aware of our aliveness causes happiness to well up within us. Yes, indeed, that happiness that comes from within. Well, again, speaking of justice, we must remember that humans are not perfect. We are flawed in so many ways. We are not, as yet, a purely perfected creature. And because of this, although we may strive honorably and fairly for perfect justice, and even we may very well come close to perfect justice, to touching it from time to time. It is just not possible for us to always and ever to dispense perfect justice. Only God's perfect and ultimate justice can do that. In addition, if we would be in harmony with God and the nature of things, we must not damn the things of this world for being what they are, or demand that the world pursue absolute justice Absolute justice just does not reside in this world. This world of we humans, we wonderful creations. Justice, fairness, God and religion, high-minded, wonderful, honorable, noble thoughts. Let us fill our minds with honorable and noble thoughts and live our lives in honorable and noble ways. We can do it. Step at a time. Not easy, but the rewards. The rewards. Well, let's hope you've experienced some of them already, and so many more await you in your future life here on earth. Goodbye for now. Hope you enjoyed my message today. Take it to heart. You have it in you. You have it in you to be noble and honorable and dignified and courageous and brave and persistent. All the great virtues of life. Call on them. They're waiting. You're beckoning. I love you all. Goodbye for now.